see the stars, I climbed. The stars freed me from myself. True gems spark of evil in the absence. Easy on the eyes? Don't I know it?
Enemy killing spree.
My destination. Smooth. I have seen the light too clearly to ever fear the darkness. Money well spent. The mountain reveals the harshest truths in our souls.
Has been slain.
The fight never ends. We see beauty in the stars, and they see beauty in us. The stars were the question. I was the answer.
An enemy is unstoppable.
Sometimes, life is worth dying.
pick
We
them up.
must serve life.
Shut down.
Each life is a rare jewel.
An enemy is
Just as the mountain is eternal, so is hope. The mountain's mysteries are known to me. Let me make myself crystal.
ally has been slain.
Human life is fleeting. Mountains lifeless. Stars are eternal.
Your turret has been destroyed.
My heart is filled with stars. Give it
Killing spree.
something from Targon.
Ally has been slain.
Beauty is worth fighting for. Beauty is worth dying. Let's climb that mountain, shall we?
An ally has been slain.
The mountain showed me my path. The Protector speaks through me.
So your healthcare provider has ordered Cologuard for you and your collection to allow enough to live. Leave the bag attached. Perfect.
I may be merciful, but hard. Love is simply beauty crystallized. same inevitable end. No need to rush.
Enemy is legendary. Enemy has been slain.
To truly see the stars, I climbed. Challenges await. The stars freed me from myself.
Killing spree.
True joy sparkle even in the absence of light. Easy on the eyes, don't I know? Always forward. For Targa. Demacia was my home. My destination. I have seen the light too clearly to ever fear.
An ally has been slain. You have been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Has always been ready.
Shut down. An enemy is legendary.
Say hello to my little gentleman. Elegance never helped win a fight, but it never hurt.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy is legendary.
So I got up today, made my coffee and eggs on toast with hash browns and started reading Reddit. In this particular post that got a decent amount of upvotes, user BQX23 explains that once the gimmick of the pet itself has faded, they don't really see the point of having the pet at all, as in the physical model. He explains he likes the system and what the pet represents, but the model is just more visual noise that you end up ignoring. Seemingly a response to this post, Riot Froxon of the Balance team had already published a response and goes over why the pets exist and why Riot implemented them this year. Just before I get into his response, I've just got a quick word from the sponsor of today's video, Hextech Store. I've done done an ad with these guys before purely because it's actually a good service that allows you guys to get loot at a fraction of the price that Riot charges. This site is 100% safe to use and has been externally verified that it is completely legitimate. No theft or stolen accounts or any of that. It's even got hundreds of reviews on Trustpilot, which they're also verified on. Their Discord link will be in the description of the video, where they often do huge giveaways for events like the 100 Mythmaker orbs they're doing right now. Let me know if you win anything cool. Anyway, in these tweets he goes on to say that they're part of the way that Riot is making the jungle more accessible to newer players and visually help the player to understand parts of the jungle. He says it's easier for veteran league players to understand, but it's a quote-unquote intuitive metaphor for why things are happening for newer players. Pet gives an understandable metaphor for why camps are getting damaged, why you get healed, why jungle gets bonuses from clearing camps, and an understandable metaphor for why the unlocks happen when they do in evolution, and catch-up mechanics in the Pet is starving, rather than some arbitrary rules. For newer players, this is far easier to understand. It's also better fantasy, and yeah, the emotional support doesn't hurt smiley face. He explains that the colours the pets represent, the general trichotomy of damage equals red, durability equals green, and utility equals blue. He then says that even if a newer player didn't read the walls of text inside jungle items, the pet would probably help them understand about 60% of what is going on. He then funnily includes that, quote-unquote, only sophisticated players tend to read, as if League of Legends players can read it all. I'm really loving the increased transparency of the Riot team when stuff like this gets brought up. They're taking a step in the right direction. What do you think of Riot's reasoning behind the pets? Let me know in the comments below, and for more League news, click the video on your screen. Bye.
An old man named Han Pi-ju works as a part-time server at a restaurant. His young coworkers love him because of his kind personality and good manners. During the Christmas season, he usually dresses up as Santa and entertains the customers at the restaurant. His closest coworker is a young man in his 20s named Ying-Yu. They often look out for one another and also have an intricate style of handshake.
The stars were the question. I was the answer. Sometimes, life is worth dying. Each life is a rare jewel. Just as the mountain is eternal, so is hope.
Enemy double kill. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
From an Easter egg ruining someone's life to a secret message roasting EA, these are 19 Easter eggs hidden by devs. In Saints Row 4, there's a clothing store called Let's Pretend, but this seemingly normal place is hiding a hilarious secret. In the back, there's a door that says employees only, and if you shoot it a few times, it'll open up, leading you to a secret basement with a shooting range. It is full of developers' faces, including this guy who is pregnant with himself. And in Halo 3 ODST, there's an Easter egg that only appears when you're on legendary difficulty. If you fly to the access denied screen at Kikawani Station and parkour across these beams, you'll eventually reach this guy trying to fight you. It turns out that this is actually Martin O'Donnell, the composer of the Halo games, and he either wants to fight or he's just terrible at dancing. There's even a secret in Madden 12 hiding in the main menu of the game. Start an exhibition match, go to the team select screen, and just keep spamming the random button. Eventually, an exclusive team will appear with John Madden's face called the Developers. And if you play with them, it's exactly what you'd expect. A full football team of devs, and every single person has maxed out stats. But one of the best messages left by a developer is in GTA Vice City Stories. A few hours into the game, a ship appears across the street from your apartment, and if you go into the water, you can use a camera glitch to look inside. For anyone who found this when it first released, the note said nothing to see here, and it was actually updated when Vice City Stories was ported to PS2. In this version, the note now says, "I wasn't joking, there really is nothing to see here, but go and look at the VCN building instead." And this is where it gets incredible, as you can jump through a secret wall to find this. It's a crane building something on a pedestal, making this the official prequel to the famous Vice City Easter egg. But I think Fortnite might have an even more touching secret. With the release of Indiana Jones, people were so distracted by all the references that the community missed a huge Easter egg. If you went into replay mode, you could see under Indy's hat and find a message that says Liam and Finn love Dad. I really wish we knew the whole story behind this, but it's since been removed and remains a mystery to this day. Unlike this disturbing secret in Serious Sam 3, which only appears once in game. During the Dark Bride mission, you can jump through a small window and make your way to a hidden location called the Hall of Developers. It sounds innocent until the creepiest NPCs walk around the corner, revealing themselves as the devs of the game. For some reason, they have huge heart-shaped heads and their brains are out on display. Not to mention the fact that they're constantly trying to surround you. But one of my favorite Easter eggs can be found in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where the developers roasted EA in the funniest way. If you talk to an NPC called the Pre-Trial Master, he'll ask you to find his sons in exchange for a trial token. Your character then wonders if they can just buy the token instead, to which the guy replies,
"You want to pay to win? Where's your sense of pride and accomplishment?"
This is a direct jab at EA, who made Battlefront 2 pay to win. And in their apology post, they even said, "The intent is to provide players with a ask you to find his sons in exchange." Can be found in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where the developers roasted EA in the funniest way. If you talk to an NPC called the Pre-Trial Master, he'll ask you to find his sons in exchange for a trial token. Your character then wonders if they can just buy the token instead, to which the guy replies,
"You want to pay to win? Where's your sense of pride and accomplishment?"
This is a direct jab at EA, who made Battlefront 2 pay to win. And in their apology post, they even said, "The intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes," which actually became the most downvoted comment in Reddit history. And while we're talking about NPCs, in Telltale's The Walking Dead, there's a crazy amount of dialogue and choices. But if you try to abuse this and keep asking Kenny the same question, you'll find a ridiculous secret. During episode 5, Kenny will tell you not to ask him how he's doing. But for those who do keep asking, this'll happen.
Randy Tudor. Good man. Damn fine man. Powerful stash. One of the greats.
Turns out that Randy Tudor was actually the lead programmer at Telltale and added this as a funny little joke. And if you're wondering what the saddest Easter egg of all time is, this secret message in Spider-Man might hold the title. Before it came out, a fan asked Insomniac if they could put "Maddie, will you marry me?" in-game to propose to his girlfriend of 5 years. And they actually agreed to it. So on release day, you could jump in and find a theater marquee that included his proposal, and everybody held their breath waiting to see what would happen. But in the background, this Easter egg had secretly turned sour. It was revealed that Tyler had broken up with his girlfriend before Spider-Man came out, and he claimed she cheated on him with his own brother. But a partnership that actually worked was between Rockstar and Remedy, who came together to make Max Payne. If you managed to parkour up to the roof of this parking lot, you could shoot a container revealing a secret door. And this led to a room with Rockstar graffiti that said thanks, along with a radio message for Remedy.
Hello to everyone at Remedy. It's been a pleasure working on this game, and we're there for you, and we can't wait to see it come out.
Now, I've seen devs thank players before, but never each each other. This one's so wholesome. But this next secret is the opposite of wholesome because Quake 2 is hiding one of the creepiest areas of all time. After activating tons of switches and doors, you'll eventually unlock a secret room which has headshots of people who worked on the game. But this is where things get really weird. You can actually interact with the photos and they'll play strange music, explode, or even puke body parts out of their mouths. It's not all bad though, because the end of this corridor has a ladder that leads to this dungeon, referencing Jabba the Hutt's palace from Star Wars. Now there's plenty of uplifting secrets in gaming, especially when it comes to Fallout 3. While you're traveling across the post-apocalyptic world, it's easy to feel miserable or lonely. But luckily, there's an abandoned radio tower that you can visit that has the perfect message for any Easter egg hunters in the area.
Minions have spawned.
Oh, well, okay then. But that's just the start because even kids' games have hidden dialogue that was never supposed to be found. Wallace and Gromit's Grand Adventures is a
To mount an enhanced defense or we're over. Need to be reloading.
The mountain's mysteries are known to me. Demacia was my home. The stars are my destination.
First blood. An ally has been slain.
Easy on the eyes? Don't I know it?
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Clearly, to ever fear darkness. Love is simply beauty crystallized. I will turn the hill.
Slain. He has slain an enemy. Double kill. Enemy killing spree.
Beauty is a job well done.
Killing spree.
Fade and be gone. The best weapons are human. Let's climb that mountain, shall we? And one of these. Human life is fleeting. Mountains lifeless. Stars.
Ally has been slain.
We're all headed toward the same inevitable end. No need to rush. No, I didn't see stars. may be merciful, but Targon isn't.
Shut down.
Sometimes, life is worth dying for. The stars breathe itself.
Your memory. I will.
Elegance never helped win a fight, but it never hurt. Chances we
An
didn't.
enemy has been slain.
Why is it always the ugly?
Enemy rampage.
Just as the mountain is eternal, so is peace. To truly see the stars, I climbed.
An ally has been slain. Has been slain.
Money well spent. The mountain reveals the harshest truths in our souls. Sparkle even in the absence.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
The mountain's question is unique for each of us. Speaks through me. The stars care not. The stars were the question. I was the answer.
An ally has been slain.
We see beauty in the stars. They see beauty.
An enemy has been slain.
Didn't make the grade.
Your turret has been destroyed. Down.
Is worth fighting for, but beauty is worth dying. Once was.
Your turret has been destroyed.
The mountain showed me my path. An aspect's work is never done. My heart is filled with starlight. I give it freely to all. The mountain's mysteries are known. Demacia was my home. The stars are my destination.
Enemy rampage.
Perfect.
Okay. Easy on the eyes. Don't I know it? I have seen the light too clearly to ever fear the darkness.
An enemy is unstoppable. Enemy double kill.
Love is simply beauty crystallized.
Godlike.
Gems always hold their edge.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
The best weapons are beautiful.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Back in the glow. Beauty can stir one's heart or stop it.
turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
So misguided, those Solari. The mountain endures. Human life.
Enemy double kill.
Jesus, a complete enter again. Win, lane, lose game again.
For a found footage film that had no title, only a producer, and a date for the film. Audiences were immediately intrigued, and the timeline leading to the date of the movie proved to be one of the best uses of viral marketing that we've ever seen. The Cloverfield universe has been strange to say the least. With one proper film and 2 films that weren't meant to be attached to the universe, and a string of other films that may or may not be part of the universe, or at one point were supposed to be but then written separately, this franchise has been on a bit of a roller coaster ride from the very beginning. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about each of the 3 confirmed Cloverfield movies, going over my thoughts and experiences with them, as well as a bit of the viral marketing behind each of them before I talk about the unconfirmed movies and the movies that really should have been Cloverfield movies but unfortunately aren't. I'll also be going over the future of this franchise with Cloverfield 4 that's been confirmed and my hopes for what it might be about. So let's dive right into the universe of Cloverfield.
Tonight's gonna be the best night ever.
The first Cloverfield movie has always been a mixed bag whenever I talk about it with other people.
From
Emotions range from it's a fantastic
I'd like
movie
to share
to
your
I
experiences 10
couldn't
days
finish.
in Japan, like in terms of safety. Is there any opinion possible?
Yeah, I mean, I think I actually feel very safe here compared to even at home in England. But I do notice all the women here dressed very modestly. And so I don't know if it would be the same if at home I would wear, you know, crop tops and short skirts. Whereas here, nobody seems to do that very often.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would feel as safe if I did that. The only thing I think might be a bit weird for me here is that there are a lot of things like maid cafes and sort of hostess and host bars, which is completely new to me. Like, I've never seen that before. And that to me seems a little bit like, it like feels a bit creepy, but I don't know if that's just normal for people here.
By now, most of you already know what happened to Tyree Nichols. Maybe you've seen the body camera footage. Now, of course, you're going to get from the corporate press, from the leftist media, from activist groups, this sob story about an innocent man who was mercilessly beaten to death. And that story's mostly true. Mostly true. I say mostly because if you watch the body camera footage, you can certainly see 5 police officers, all of whom are black, mercilessly beating another black man to death. He died a couple days later. And the reason I say mostly is because I'm not here to whitewash anything or to tell you about the world of Skittles and rainbows or of the dark evils of the police. I'm here to tell you about the reality and the nuance, and that is Tyree Nichols.
The movie begins in 1897, when the Indian troops were governed by the colonizing British government. On the border between British-held Indian Territory and Afghanistan lies the Gulistan Fort. In the fort, the brave Sikh regiment of the British Indian Army is posted. The protagonist of the film is Ishar Singh, a Havaldar of the regiment. One afternoon, Ishar and his fellow soldiers are patrolling the border when they hear a woman's cry. On the other side of the border, a group of Afghan tribesmen is about to kill a married woman because she refuses to accept her husband, who has been chosen by her family without her consent. They are led by a self-proclaimed prophet, Saidullah, who takes the responsibility to kill the poor woman. Ishar wants to intervene, but a higher British officer, Lawrence, orders him to stay put since the commotion is taking place on the other side of the border where their rules don't work. The woman is seconds away from being beheaded when her supposed husband is shot and killed. Ishar has defied direct orders from his superior to save her. He runs to the other side and continues killing everyone that comes forward to stop him. The Afghan woman is asked to run away, and anyone who tries to stop her is killed. Eventually, the men manage to catch Ishar and try to take off his turban to insult him. His fellow Sikhs follow his lead and attack the enemies when it comes to the pride they hold in their turban. In the end, the Afghans are defeated, and Saidullah is chased away. But Lieutenant Lawrence is enraged by the audacity of the Indian troops. He is extremely racist to anyone who isn't British and thinks all Indians are cowards. He writes a strong report informing his commanding officer of Ishar's disobedience. In the following scene, Since Ishar arrived quicker than everyone else expected, he finds the rest of the troops watching two roosters.
There is great power in the stars, great danger as well.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
The mountain's mysteries
30
are known.
seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Why is it always the ugly ones?
It's me!
First, bloody. An enemy has been slain.
No rest for children of power. The mountain reveals the harshest truths in our souls.
Boom! Headshot.
Beauty and life. My heart is filled with starlight. I give it freely to all.
An slain.
Mountains lifeless. Stars. Stars are eternal. Just as the mountain is eternal, so is hope. I will shatter. A little something from Target. Just in case. The best weapons are beautiful. Each life is a rare dream.
Killing spree. Rampage.
An aspect's work is never done. Oh, the sights we'll see. To truly see the stars, I climb. Mind your step. The stars were the question. I was the answer.
An enemy has been slain.
The stars freed me from myself. Sometimes, life is worth dying for.
As expected.
Elegance never helped win a fight.
Damn it.
We're all headed toward the same inevitable end. No need to rush.
An ally has been slain.
Mind the trap.
Truth is worth fighting for, but beauty is worth dying for. true gems sparkle even in the absence of light. I may be merciful, but Targon isn't. Easy on the eyes.
Shut down. Double kill.
Calibrating.
The mountain's question is unique for each of us.
An enemy has been slain.
The mountain showed me my strength. We must serve right.
An enemy has been slain.
Vigor! Stars.
Shut down. Enemy
Always useful. Love is simply beauty crystallized. Demacia was my home, but the stars are my destination. Just in case.
Brilliant.
I am no longer the man I once was.
killing spree. Shut down.
I have seen the light too clearly to ever
An
fear.
enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Boom. Headshot.
The Protector speaks through me.
Shut down.
The mountain's mysteries are known. No, I didn't see stars.
Ally has been
changes in our souls. My heart is filled with starlight. I give it freely to all.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Mind your step.
As expected.
Human life is fleeting. A mountain's life less so. But stars are eternal.
Boom. Headshot.
Just as the mountain is eternal, so is hope.
Enemy killing spree. An ally has been slain.
Let's climb that mountain, shall we? Money well spent. The best weapons are beautiful.
I was hiding.
So well.
Now I might have overreacted to you unlawfully entering my property. I don't think so.
The stars were the question. I was the answer.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed.
To protect all. The stars freed me from myself. Beauty can stir one's heart or stop it. Sometimes life is worth dying. Elegance never helped win a fight. It never hurt. We're all headed toward the same inevitable end. Only correct. dying
Your turret has been destroyed.
True joy sparkle even in the absence. I may be merciful. Pardon is
Slain.
easy on the eyes. Don't I know it? Just for show.
An ally has been slain.
The mountain's questions unique branches.
An ally has been slain.
No rest for the chosen of Tarth. The mountain showed me my path.
Enemy killing spree.
This crystal will never crack.
Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. I'll be right under.
No, I didn't see stars.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Always forward.
Damn it! Not again.
Enemy killing spree.
As expected.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Getting immaculate. All your life has no point.
Enemy killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
The fight never crystallized.